Nothing like food can gather people. There's just something about food. My name is Hallgerð Akurstein, and here's a picture of my family, my husband Hendrik, and our sons Boas and Lujas, who are 7 and 5 years old. We actually did a mercury level test of our hair a few years ago, and I just wanted to inform you the mercury level in my hair at that point was 0.95 micrograms per gram. We did it for fun, but also found it very fascinating, especially because we found that our youngest had a higher level than I, even though our consumption of whale meat is way different. The highest number was my husband. I just wanted to mention that because it might be relevant to you, especially in the light of yesterday's presentations. And I think the panel will get back to the mercury. I come from and live in a village on the Faroe Islands called Hvannasund. It's a place where, and that's not where the picture is taken, if someone from the Faroe Islands was confused. It's a place where 16 of 92 whale drives happened in the period between 2013 and 2022, which is not the case for every village on the Faroe Islands, as you might be aware. It's a licensed bay, a registered bay for whale drives, and 17.4% of all whale drives is a high number. I'm raised as the only girl in a household of a father who's a fisherman, a mom, and 2 brothers who are also fishermen. So I'm raised with grindadrap and have participated actively, actually since I was too young to have a shear. And that's 14 years old, it's the limit. I've often been on the boat, as we had boats in our family, but also on land, but in the later years as an adult, as a helper with the administration, registering hunters and registering boats. I have studied a bachelor in Faroese language and literature at the Føroya, the University on the Faroe Islands, and also studied a master's in evangelism and leadership at Wheaton College in Illinois. And today I actually work at the church. So I mentioned this just to show how diverse people in a grindadrap or a whale drive are on the Faroe Islands. The people here are just as diverse as the rest of society. No one is a professional whale hunter, even though, of course, fishermen have an easier access to boats. But at grindadrap, it's where the student, the worker, the doctor, the CEO of banks and big companies meet. And what unites us at the grindadrap is the food. There's just something about food, right? Nothing like food can gather people. In a time of inflation and in a country where an apple or a pear costs $1, it's important to receive fresh, free-range meat for free. It only costs you the time to butcher it, and it's even done in community. I have friends who have started to experiment with whale meat, as you see in the pictures, and they want to see if you can replace the beef in some dishes with, want to see if they can replace beef with whale meat in some dishes, because the ground beef has risen to a price of like 105 Danish kroner per kilo. It has resulted in, this dish, like a pilot whale burger, pilot whale stroganoff, barbecued whale steak, and also combining the traditional Faroese boiled grind with like a milk sauce with Dijon mustard, and a beetroot and apple salad. And this is just what ordinary people try to do, and I have no doubt that Jens Einar and his people will be able to do more than this. There is just something about food, right? Thank you.